Hey there, if you haven't seen the new gear Mike and Chris dropped on brothershowdyshell.com, you are missing out. They've got shirts, hats, hoodies, and they're giving away a free shirt every time the email list hits another 50 subscriber milestone. Go claim your spot in the next drawing at brothershowdyshell.com.
This week's episode is brought to you by Restless Moons Brewing, a Harrisonburg original. If you're looking for a true local hangout, this is it. They've got fantastic craft beer and a community vibe that's unmatched. Find your new favorite spot at 120 West Wolf Street. Visit restlessmoons.com or find them on Facebook for the full schedule. Restless Moons, your porch away from home. Stay local.
All right, Jay.
It's on me.
Yeah, it's on you.
We need you like flowers need rain.
Didn't you hear the week we didn't have you?
No.
It's all over the place.
It's horrible.
Okay, all right. In that case, kids, it's time for Bingo is Life. The
Harrisonburg Podcast.
Oh, man.
I think I was Jay's Air as of 7:30 this evening.
Excellent.
Joined by the Bingo Boys from Briary Branch, left to right, left to right,
White.
Chris,
Left to
Mike
white.
Caddy
Hey.
also wearing the Bingo is Life colors. Don't go around that bar in Grottos wearing this color.
I don't think
It's Christian Parrot in there.
Hello.
I don't think Little Gus's is going to accept Christian's colors.
Tonight I feel teal.
Yeah. He's fresh from the cod.
Mom,
I am.
God.
Mom Shackles is not here tonight. We have another
man.
Hyper Y chromosome episode coming up here.
Hyper Y.
Of course.
Yeah.
Melanin deficient Y chromosome episode.
What is Mom Shackles doing this
She said she had worked really extensively hard at the Wayne Theater in
Busy.
Getting ready for did the AC/DC show happen?
It did.
That's what I want to hear about, but we'll have to wait until next week.
Wait till next week. Oh, so
I really wanna
before I forget,
Yeah.
Thursday night, if you're maybe this will be
Yeah.
Thursday night the 30th, which will be 2 days from when we're recording right now, at
Yeah.
Black Sheep Coffee on East Market Street. I'm doing the stage reading of I Want to Be Alive.
Yes.
There's
Nice.
an actual transcript of an AI chatbot jailbreak.
Yes.
Two incredible actors.
Yes. Well, and you.
And, no, one incredible actor and me.
Oh, yeah.
Who's the other actor?
Courtney King.
Courtney King, yeah.
Tom King's daughter.
Yes.
I-
Coming down from New York City
Okay,
to do
I've got
this.
an odd question. Is anyone going to record this at all?
That's a good question.
Can it even be a radio play?
Well,
I would love to hear it.
it's free.
Yeah.
That is a great response.
All right.
So that means you could just show up and record it.
There might be an issue. You know,
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
just get too far into the weeds on this.
Okay, yeah,
for a variety
sure.
of reasons, but with AI is creating copyright issues in the music industry as well.
Yeah,
And,
right.
There might be some issues.
Well, okay, so the long story short of it is on Thursday we have band practice.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And I can't come out to see the
okay,
show.
all right. I'll try to figure something out.
And I would love to see it, but
We
or
might-
at least listen to it.
Maybe
we
we
might-
should do a field trip.
We might.
Yeah.
We might.
Nah.
I mean,
We might do it again. There's a very good chance. This will be the second time we've done it, and it might happen again.
okay,
Sweet.
cool.
All right.
Well, I really like Courtney. She's great.
She knows you. From
She
school.
does. Yes,
Yeah.
we went to school together.
Right.
Yeah, and she came up to me. This is a true story. Where I was at Red Wing, and she came up. She's like, "Hi," and I was like, "Hey," and then I couldn't breathe for whatever reason. There was like smoke or something in the air. I was
Okay.
like, and then
And she thought that's just the way you are?
yeah, and then I
Around her?
was like, I'm sorry, I have to go over here and die now. And she was like, see ya. But I
All right.
was serious. I was like, I couldn't breathe. And then about 20 minutes later, I go, I'm better now. In case you were worried. And she was like, no, I don't.
And she's
know.
like, who are you?
Who are you? Yeah. I forgot your name again. Tell me what is your name?
Right. Wow.
No, I knew her from. We were in Singers together,
Okay, yes.
and that was so we sang together for a year, I believe.
In
Yes.
Singers?
Yeah, so Turner Ashby had a group.
Oh, okay.
Turner Ashby High School had a group.
Wow.
And they were really looking for a name for this group.
They had
They're
to workshop that
Let's
name."
see, what if we call them Singers? And that's what they did.
Well, here's
That
the
one
thing.
guy, Jerry, had the idea. How about mechanics? No, Jerry, they sing. They're singers.
We, I don't know if they still do this, but we used to sing at churches like every week.
Yeah, right,
That was
right.
their thing. Like we went to a different church every Sunday and
called a choir.
and put on a little show.
Did you have ties on?
We did. In fact, all the boys had
ties?
red bow ties, sparkly red bow ties. That was the thing. And the girls.
That's Briary Branch. You have
It's
the
Briary
big
Branch.
Briary Branch thing going on.
We
Churches
never.
outside of Briary Branch,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I remember going to Linville.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that shut things up real quick, couldn't it?
Anytime you bring. By the way, that was a crazy bingo crowd.
Oh,
night.
I thought so
Holy
too. Nice. It was,
Moses.
yeah, it was a good
Very
show.
lively.
We had a
Yeah.
birthday table.
Yep, we did.
I like the fact that when certain numbers were called out, people just screamed.
They did,
Not like yay. They were like, ah!
Ah, yeah.
I had never
you
been
just
there
stabbed
before.
them.
So
You guys
so
did a
it's
great
not
job.
always like that.
Well, it depends. We've seen some weird things here, that's for sure. But no,
was awesome.
it was great energy in the crowd.
Man, it was awesome.
And
Did anyone win $100?
No, but he was pretty close. I mean, he did a nice.
Ned. Sorry, Ned.
I should also say tonight we did our normal like, hey, this is your time kind of speech.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it went over all that well. I was like, oh, I don't think people are.
Because I said your time and you said our time at the same time.
Oh, was that what happened?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Ill communication right here. Well, we can't be perfect all the time.
Yeah.
I thought Chris had a silver lining to that story, but people came up later. No, he was just like, no, that bombed.
No, that bomb.
That was bad part.
Well, so then, but what happened was people, the energy, something changed.
So
there was a wildness in the air, and
It was a good show.
but it was also, once again, if you came here for a quiet game of bingo,
Nope.
you left.
And we did have several people. You left. You just left. We did have several people who came up and said, "This is our first time. What do we do? Do we get a card? Why are you handing me a paper plate? That kind of thing."
Yeah,
It was
which is
good.
fun.
It was good. So I'm glad that people for the first time got to see such an energetic crowd.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I do have to say, my one pet peeve happened every game. Mm-hmm. No one that won bingo yelled out the word
Bingo, yeah.
The game is called bingo.
Yeah.
It's even an expression. When
Yeah.
you Mike, if you got something right, what do I say? Hey, bingo. No one yelled bingo. They were just kind of like,
The first bingo winner actually snuck up.
He snuck up.
We were
Yeah.
continuing the game, and he snuck up, and he's like, "Hey, I think you might want to look at this card."
Okay, so to be
There's a line on it.
To be perfectly honest, when that guy was standing there, I thought he grabbed a card, flipped over a bunch in the middle, and was like, "I won." I was like,
Oh.
"What the hell are you doing, dude?" And he's like, "No, it's real, man.
it's real, man.
I really
I
did."
won.
And I was,
And he
I
was
was
right.
sus for that guy, and then
Gotcha.
he was a
remember,
winner.
When you win bingo, say,
Yeah.
So,
just think it.
so
we, have
weird.
a, we have guests tonight.
We do,
Oh,
but
we do.
I want to say
Yes.
about just having guests on the show. I want to talk about the show for a second.
Let's talk about the show.
So the reason I want to talk about it is
I'm fired.
We hit we hit 10,000 downloads a couple weeks ago,
Hey!
and that was very cool. I was very happy with that.
Yeah.
Bots are working overtime.
They really are.
It's me, actually.
But
It's just me.
I noticed this last month. Normally we get around 500 downloads a month.
Right.
Okay, but I noticed this past month we've got 1,000 downloads this month.
It's 'cause I was
and I went. It's because you were away.
I was on vacation.
I went and looked at like what are people listening to, and the good thing is they're really spreading it out throughout. Like they're not just listening to one or two shows.
Nice.
All of our shows are just kind of getting a few more downloads here and there. And what I think is happening, or at least this is my understanding, is people are starting to realize that we've talked to a lot of people in Harrisonburg, artists, musicians, painters, dancers, entrepreneurs, and it is a great podcast for checking up on like what's been going on here in Harrisonburg. And some people have told me exactly that, like, oh, if you this is a great podcast to kind of catch up on Harrisonburg stuff. I was like, oh,
It's alive.
so anyways,
That's
thanks
awesome.
thanks to everybody listening.
Yeah.
Continue to go to brothershowtoshow.com.
That's brothershowtoshow.com.
Thank you. You sign up onto our mailing list there because we're trying. I know we still have to use Facebook. I get that. And all the other social medias, but I really want to try, to just do something on our own a little bit without involving, those guys. So anyways, thanks again for all the listeners. and we will keep trying to interview super cool people like the one we have this evening.
Ooh, Christian, who do we got this evening?
I have no idea. He wandered up and said, I won the paper airplane.
It's true.
Well, that's what's
It's
interesting.
true.
He really did.
Oh my
We
God.
should just talk about that.
Yeah. So how
What's
did
the greatest thing that's ever happened to you? Paper airplane, man.
Fold by fold.
Yeah.
I'll take you through it.
Fold by fold. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. We have tonight at JMU. I got 3 things to say to introduce this amazing person. 4 things. First of all, it's a very good friend of mine. Awesome guy. He paid me $15 to say that. At JMU, he is a professor of musicology, otherwise known as music history. He's also the director of Madison Baroque. I got that right. There we go. Which is an amazing. I got to amazing fortune to see actually a concert by Madison Baroque. Incredible. People are playing 13 and 27 stringed instruments. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but these weird things and just amazing, incredible. He's just a great guy. Ladies and gentlemen, John Gibson.
Hey! Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. Good night, everybody. This is a wonderful show. No, thanks for coming, man. I really appreciate it. This is so
it's great to be here. Yeah.
So what I read you played the viol.
VO.
Vio.
What is a viol?
That's how it's said in Brave Branch, anyways.
So I'm trying to avoid going to music history lecture mode. This
Okay,
entire time.
all right.
Okay. Don't resist.
So VIOL is any generic name for a string instrument in the old days.
No. So you were just saying I played the viol but that's not really even a thing.
But in this case, it's exactly.
I think professors are okay to make. They can make it up.
Yeah.
I can, and no one would know.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
Yeah. But in this case, it's 6-string. It looks like a cello, 6 strings,
6 string.
fretted though, so like a guitar.
Is it tuned like a guitar 6 strings?
It
or
actually is tuned in fourths with a third in between. So people who play that instrument, it looks a lot like a cello, and you play it with a bow. So when cello players try to play it, they end up actually often having a really hard time with it. But when
nice. Well, it's about time.
When
guitarists play it, they end up being great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go ahead, Mike.
Well, I was just making fun of cellists.
Go ahead.
Continue.
No, it's
I've
because,
never played it. So
it's because they're so it's such a beautiful instrument, and to watch a person play a cello, it's just I fall in love with them when I'm watching them play.
Yeah.
And just to hear they have a hard time on an instrument, thank God they're human beings.
Yeah.
When you do the Baroque shows, are those period instruments or?
They are period instruments. Now, we don't get really hung up on it. When this ensemble in the past has had, if students want to play, we'll find a place for them. The whole.
By the way, that's the birthday table.
They're having fun.
I love them.
Yeah,
Good times.
yeah. If someone shows up and says, "Hey, I want this kind of experience," I don't care what they play. Last year, we had 2 sax players, and that's not a Baroque instrument, and 1 bass clarinet player, and it's more about how the group works instead of what instruments you're using. Yeah, we do use Baroque guitars and viols and all this, harpsichords and all this stuff.
So you said viols.
Yeah.
That's the correct pronunciation. Viol.
Well, that's the English pronunciation, viol.
Viol.
That's the French pronunciation. So you're speaking French.
All right, there we go.
There you
What's
go.
up with that viol?
Yeah.
I fell over and spoke French.
How long have
He spoke French. He's dead.
how long have you been in Harrisonburg, or how long have you been at JMU?
I moved to Harrisonburg in 2003, and at JMU since 2003. Yep, so quite a while.
Where did you come from? Where's home before here?
Well, I grew up in Singapore, and then I moved to.
It's outside of Verona.
It is Singapore, Virginia, near Luray, and then I moved to Richmond for college, and I met my wife there, and I went to North Carolina for grad school. And then I came here.
That's awesome. Actually, you are not the first person that has done the Richmond, North Carolina landing here.
I was going to say, I thought you were saying Singapore to Richmond.
Everybody's from Singapore.
I want to meet this
Dime
person.
a dozen.
What were you? How'd you want to start out in Singapore? If that's not too personal a question.
No, it's not. My parents were nominally missionaries.
Okay.
But I always like to say the kind of missionaries who help people.
Right.
Oh, good. Wow.
Yeah, one of my dad's main jobs there was actually to work as kind of a counselor at a leprosy clinic there.
Wow.
At a leprosy, basically a leper colony back when they had those. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was wild. So my parents were really good people, and I got to grow up in a really cool place for 15 years. And then came back for college and have been here since. Yeah.
I'm going to go one more step over the line. What denomination were they?
So this is also
That is over the line, Jay.
It's over the line,
It's
buddy.
not over the line, but it does require some explanation.
Ooh.
So
now we're in
It's,
it.
hold on, it's a cult.
So number one, yes, it's a cult. But no. Number one, my parents were probably like the most open-minded and like they kind of out left-winged me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
But to answer your question, Southern Baptist.
Okay. All right, that's all right, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
Well, the crowd in the background.
Hey,
is
they
like,
were they got excited.
Southern Baptist.
They got excited.
Progressive Southern Baptist.
Yeah, exactly.
well, never mind. I was going to go into the Mennonite thing. Talking about missionaries who do good. The Mennonites were the only Western group that was not kicked out of South Vietnam when the war was over.
I believe.
Ah.
Yeah.
Or
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Because they say, well, we trust you guys. You guys, you're not CIA.
You're cool. You're out.
That's fantastic. So good. Yeah, let's get back to the JMU. Sorry.
All right.
No, that's yeah. I was so very ignorant question. What is primarily spoken in Singapore? Is it
Right. If you go there today, you can. I mean, just about everyone speaks English.
Okay, okay.
There are several Chinese dialects spoken there.
Okay.
Mandarin, Hokkien, Cantonese, and then Malay.
Oh, okay.
That's the only language I learned to speak a very little bit.
Okay.
I tried to learn Mandarin and was way too big of an idiot. And then there are a lot of Indian people there who speak a variety of languages like Tamil and so.
Were you exposed to any native or indigenous music, non-Western musical scales and things like that?
So that's the interesting thing. Like that's one thing I'm really super into. Like one of the classes I'll just say my favorite class to teach of all the classes I teach is global music, like or ethnomusicology.
Awesome.
And I've dreamed about like taking students over to Singapore and Malaysia and Indonesia and like doing that whole thing. But Singapore especially doesn't really, they kind of turn their back on all that. I mean, if you're looking for like indigenous musical traditions from that area, it's a lot easier to find them in like Boston.
Yeah,
Of course.
well, everyone is going to the justified Western scales.
Exactly. Yeah, and they. I mean, the Singapore Symphony Orchestra is there, and they're like a very Western European style. They're really super good, but they play Beethoven and Mahler just like everyone else does, and there's not a whole lot of Singaporean and Malaysian music going on in Singapore. Malaysia is a little bit different. So I've thought about, it'd be great to take students there, but you'd have to actually hunt for that music there.
Isn't that crazy?
Take them to like DC and you'll find it.
I'm going to ask a music theory professor a question. Stupid, but
I didn't do well in music theory.
if you go back to the Baroque era, was that before the justified scale, before they had the justified piano and everything?
So when I teach performance
Where
practice,
do you get this, Jay? Good Lord.
No, it is a good question.
At
Least I think it's a super
No,
interesting question.
Awesome.
It's amazing.
In
question.
an hour and a half, you'll have to tell me I was wrong.
Next week.
Yeah, exactly. No, but when I teach classes on like historically informed performance, like basically how to play music of the Baroque era, like informed by a bunch of stuff, like what is a Baroque violin as opposed to a modern violin? What are the strings made of? All this kind of stuff. One of the things we spend a lot of time on is tuning, because the equal tempered system that we tune all of our guitars and basses and everything to these days existed then, but everyone rejected it until really the early 20th century, because they thought it didn't sound good, because it's a really out of tune system.
that early, that soon.
Yeah, and like
wow, that's amazing.
There's kind of a party line where everyone was using non-equal tempered systems up through Bach, and then Bach discovered equal temperament, and then we switched over. Every part of that's wrong. Bach never played an equal temperament. There's a great guy named Brad Lehman who lives kind of here in town who kind of basically cracked the code on that. He wrote this article on Bach's tuning system. You all should talk to him.
Yeah,
that would be awesome. Yeah.
He's fantastic.
I think he's Mennonite.
He is. Yeah, he's
No, of
Mennonite.
course.
There you go.
There you
We're
go.
in.
So basically, the other problem with that is our way of tuning, where C to C sharp is the same distance as C sharp to D. That tuning system existed for hundreds of years, but just nobody wanted to use it because, especially thirds like C to E is really out of tune. But we've just gotten used to the specific kind of out of tuneness, and I actually think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love our tuning system. But that's why it was rejected for a long time. So when we tune our instruments in my ensemble, we tune to non-equal systems
Because it sounds different.
because it sounds really different. Sure, yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to ask just another dumb question.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of dumb
Yeah, I know.
Okay, go.
Well, because I want to
I'll have
know.
dumb answers.
I want to know the years. What year are we talking? I have no idea what the Baroque year.
Most people will say the Baroque era began around 1600 for a lot of reasons. Like opera began in the year 1598, so right around there.
That's very specific.
It is. The first opera was 1598.
Okay.
And then a lot of people say
April 8th.
actually no, but I don't remember the exact.
But someone does know it. There's an actual day.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they were like, write this down.
Yeah,
this is opera.
The opera was called Daphne. It's been lost, so no one. If you find it, you'll be famous. But
Cool.
so and then the Baroque era ended.
It's at
people
Glenn's
say
Fair
it-
Price. Sorry, I had to say
It
that.
was.
It was. That's right.
was there.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be awesome. And ended in 1750. So I actually,
What ended it? Why do we know that?
So Johann Sebastian Bach died in 1750. That's why a lot of people say that. I actually think music changed pretty radically, like around 1700, and I think that's a bigger marker. And actually, the ensemble I direct, Madison Baroque, is a little bit of a misnomer. Like, we don't play Bach, we don't play Vivaldi, we don't play any of the really famous Baroque composers people actually want to hear.
What is
Yeah,
this?
exactly. We play earlier music just because music changed so much, like right around 1700 in Europe. It became like more about, I don't know, when like Johann Sebastian Bach writes a piece of music and you play that piece of music, or later Mozart writes a piece of music, or Beethoven writes, or Mahler, or Stravinsky writes a piece of music, and you play that. Before around the 1700 mark, and this is my, people will argue with this, but before that, it was like music was something you did. It wasn't like something you hold in your hand. Like a piece of music was like a rough sketch, and you sit down and you're like, okay, we have this rough sketch. What can we do with this? And that's what like my group is all about. Like it's like
That's fine.
hand someone an instrument, maybe an instrument like Christian was talking about. Like Christian, thanks for coming to the show, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
And so many of those people, grad students and undergrad students, were playing. Like there was a vocal graduate student who was playing Baroque guitar, just because he's like, I want to do something else. And I'm like, this would actually be really good, because when you're singing to someone playing this, you'll have seen the other side of this.
I have to interject. It was one of the coolest musical experiences I've had in Harrisonburg, and that's saying a lot.
Oh,
Was
that's
this?
awesome.
Where was
Thank
this
you so much.
performance?
This
Where?
was at the Forbes Center.
At the Forbes. Great.
In the recital hall.
In the recital hall.
Okay.
And first of all, where we were seated, there were musicians and singers kind of all around us, which was really cool. Mm-hmm. And it was the opposite of stuffy and staid.
Okay.
Everything. There were singers. People were like almost not improvising.
No, they
but
were improvising.
It was
yeah.
it not only it didn't transport me back necessarily.
Yeah.
It more brought that music to the present.
Okay.
Because it was just
Very nice description, Christian.
Thank you. I studied for a long time. I practiced my words, and it was so cool, so fluid, and completely not only relatable, but I was like, I want to see this again and again. It was better than Cats. It was
Very nice. Well, it brings a question to me then, though, as far as the audience. What kind of audience is seeing this show? What kind of audience does it draw? Are they like, they come up to you and go, I don't know if you guys tuned right.
Yeah, right. So there are.
I mean, are there people that are taking notes? I would assume.
Not at our concerts.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
All right.
at least I hope not. I mean, I took a. You took. Ryan took notes. Good. Yeah. No, but Christian's right. I mean, it's like we try to make it kind of this. I don't know. Informal isn't. I mean, the music is. Since we're only using a shell of a music, and since the instrumentalists are acting as like, okay, you're the rhythm section, you're just going to play this bass line until someone tells you to do something different, and this is in the concert. Like we're
Right.
You hope it's different than any other time you rehearse.
Now, are you directing at all, or is there, is there any directing?
So that's the other thing. In Baroque ensembles, usually don't have a conductor, someone
conductor,
waving
right,
their
yeah,
hands.
sure.
And a lot of people will say, well, there's no conductor then.
Okay.
That's actually not true, because the conductor is or the director, I should say, is actually someone in the ensemble. You have to kind of decide who it's going to be.
Right. We're all going to look at you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a band.
Yeah.
it's a band.
That's what was so cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's actually what I think that's what drew me to this whole thing, is that I grew up like playing bass in a really average high school band, and that musical training, like I grew up as a band kid and a choir kid and everything, but that training, like being in someone's like Randy Baker's, my friend, house, like with
Shout out Randy Baker.
yeah, I'll actually send this to him. Yeah.
Another fan.
Yeah, there we go. And he's our lead guitarist, but being in like his house and like trying to figure out how you make music by yourself without like someone in school telling you what to do, that training was like, that's the training I rely on more than anything else.
That's so cool.
Like, how do you like, okay, your keyboardist wants to play the drums because he's always wanted to play the drums, but he doesn't know how to play the drums. How do you deal with this situation?
Yep.
Or you can't, or this.
That's nothing a few drinks won't fix.
Yeah,
won't
that's
fix.
Does any of this sound familiar?
Well, yeah, I mean, you all know way better than I do. Like or the whole thing where this isn't working. Like this sound isn't working.
Yeah.
And how do you
Every Thursday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But how do you?
Christian's going, I want to play drums. And Chris is like, this is not working.
What are these kicky things? Yeah.
But like, how do you fix that? And that's the best training. Like when you're sitting there in front of a choir, an orchestra, or whatever. Like that's the training you rely on. Like there's something's not right here. How do I fix it? Yeah.
Well, I think the coolest thing for me.
By the way, this is Ryan Corsten. He's
Nice. Yeah.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, everybody.
He's
We've
just
been
joined
wanting
us.
to have you on our podcast.
Yeah.
I'll
For
get
a
my
while.
wife here.
This is a preview. Ryan is a dance professor at JMU, a really good friend of myself and also John, and he dances a lot at Dr. House shows. Thank God.
I've also lost a lot of poker money to him as well.
We got some guys who are going to correct that later on. Anyway, Ryan, over to you.
Well, anyway, I got to see the show that Christian and I went to, and with the Baroque ensemble, I think the thing that stood out to me was like, it's not all your students were playing different instruments than they had ever played before.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
that to me was the biggest thing that I was just blown away by.
So cool.
Everyone following each other and doing things that they just picked up on in the last, 2 months, 3 months. And so I'd be curious to hear more about what you have that experience for your students.
Yeah, I mean,
expose them to that.
And one of the only ways to make that work. I mean, some of this music is pretty challenging, but one of the best ways to make that work is to actually choose. If you have singers who are playing guitar, Baroque guitar, if you have violinists who are playing Baroque violin, which it looks kind of the same, but it's such a different instrument. It's
The more I looked at it, I was
it's
like,
a monster.
oh, that's That's not a violin.
Yeah, a violinist will pick it up, and it's mainly the bow that's different. And they'll be like, "Oh my gosh!" And they sound like a, it's
The
like
bow is a living cat.
yeah, it's
Hung between two sticks.
exactly. Yeah.
This isn't a bow at all.
But it sounds like you're an 8-year-old again in Suzuki,
Yeah.
and going all the way back. But so you choose some easy stuff. I mean, one of the stuff we choose is that I usually go to is in the 17th century. There were all these books that were basically like how we learn. It was like pedagogical books where there'll be a like page by page by page, and there's a bass line on every page, and it's like, oh, this is this tune. And this one guy published these in London, and there's one for violin, one for flute, one for viol, one for all these instruments, and so there are all these variations. So like, if this person's repeating this bass line, here are like 35 melodies you can improvise on top of that.
Oh my God.
So they're training things. So if you sit there with a violin trying to play through all those, maybe next time you're faced with a bass line, you're like, oh, I remember this lick. You're learning little little licks. So we do a lot of those because the bass lines are easy, and you have people just playing like harpsichord for the first time or whatever. So it's more about like not playing the later Baroque like Vivaldi violin concerto or something like this.
It sounds like a structured improv.
So
Exactly.
the improvisational component you're talking about was authentic to the time period.
Absolutely.
So one simplistic narrative, which is I'm guessing might be wrong, is that the European music was really locked in and rigid, and the improvisation came with the intersection with African American culture. But that's an oversimplification, I'm guessing.
I think that the improv was always there in like around the world, but if you just look at Europe, the improv or even just Western Europe, the improv was always there until it got like beaten out of us. Until people said you can't do that. Even with like Mozart or Beethoven, like in a piano concerto, the cadenza, like this flashy part, that's supposed to be improvised, but no one does that anymore.
Right.
Or very few people do it.
All right, this has really turned into a high-level discussion of music. Christian, could you make some fart noises, please? Thank you.
When would it have been?
Wait, but hold on to your question. I do want to say, because we do need to say, thank you to our sponsors.
Yes.
I do want to say, I want to shout out to
Pork and beans.
I sure do like pork and beans. You guys ever seen Tom and Jerry? That crap is funny. All right.
Restless Moon.
Thank you, Restless Moons, for being generous.
And the wizard mode.
Yes, thank you.
Coming online
Thank
soon.
you guys for being
What is the
a wonderful
timeline
sponsor.
if I can ask her, of Wizard Mode?
Next month.
Next month?
Yeah, I haven't heard an exact date yet, but
Sometime in August.
very
So
close.
excited.
Very close. So Wizard Mode's coming.
It's a new venue.
And it's by the folks that own Restless Moons.
Between Klein's Dairy Bar and the
Friendly City Food Co-op.
Friendly City
Oh
Food
my
Co-op.
gosh.
And it sounds like it's going to be an interesting venue for
Oh my
interesting
gosh.
things.
So a music venue,
yes.
gaming,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
beer,
Yes.
which is because it's the folks at Restless Moons.
And
that
food.
do
Yep.
this.
And yeah, they've got some food.
Snacks.
That's right.
Snacks. Oh my God.
But no
variety.
dancing.
And Kelly Miller is going to be working there.
No, is she?
That's what she said on the internet.
Oh, that's fantastic. Good for her.
Very good. All right. So yeah, I wanted to make sure I
Yes.
said that. Jay, you had a question.
What?
Yes.
No, just when you say it was beaten out of us, what time frame are you talking about?
So really in the 19th century, people started. You have composers like, and again, I don't want to get too into the weeds, but people, Ryan will need to make. Yeah, there we go. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it right on cue. But like if I'm in an orchestra and I sit down and I'm playing something by Mahler, for example, I have everything I need right in front of me. Like if I'm a percussionist, I know how fuzzy the mallets should be. I know the dynamic level of like everything is on the paper, which is great and beautiful. Like and I've loved playing that music. I was a French horn player in school, and it's great, but. Like Madison Baroque and really 17th century music in general is kind of going in the opposite direction.
You're going back to before that.
Yeah, before that. Some of the earliest composers who actually wrote how loud to play dynamics were like Henry Purcell, this English composer. And it's funny when he writes it, he doesn't use like piano and mezzo piano and forte and all these things. He says like
Fuzzy mallets.
yeah, exactly. No, he's like quiet. And he's like, loud. When he wants to go fast, he's like, away.
Well, now, are you innovative in the whole field of music? Like, would people be talking about you in Iowa or something about the Baroque program at JMU?
No.
Yes.
No. So
Definitely.
These groups, like when I got to JMU, I wasn't necessarily planning to start these groups, but it was just, and I'm not, this is not, I'm a Baroque specialist, but I don't like Baroque performance. There are people who like, I don't play much. Like I play a lot of things really badly, but I know a lot of. No, it's absolutely true. But I
really well.
Nope.
No, that's not like false modesty. I mean, I know people who are super brilliant players, and sometimes
I get that. I appreciate you because as a musician, I love playing music, and I can
have a
sit
good
and
time.
play some guitar. But I also know that there are people who can actually do next level it up big time.
Well, and the cool thing is sometimes every once in a while we're able to bring those people into to JMU to like work with our. I mean, actually, one person who works with our when a piano player is learning to play harpsichord for the first time, they're like, oh, it looks kind of like a piano. Nothing remotely like a piano. It's in the guitar family. It's a plucked string instrument. The keyboard looks similar, but it completely different. So we get
any Lurch fans out there from You Rang?
But we get a guy who actually many of the listeners will probably know, named Karsten Schmidt, to come work with our harpsichordist. If anyone goes to the Stanton Music Festival, he's their artistic director from the beginning.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. And he comes and teaches lessons to our pianists who want to play some harpsichord. So it's cool to have those resources where I don't need to be the guy who plays harpsichord, because I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to be the guy who knows how to play Baroque violin, because I don't play any violin. So I feel like I'm the person who puts it together more than anything else, and kind of brings people in when I need to.
Need that person too.
What do you think the difference is that makes somebody get to be that extra level of musician? Is it just a personality trait, or is it an innate gift, combination of all that?
Discipline, Jay. Discipline.
Yeah, I was obviously disciplined.
I will say.
Well, this man's disciplined, right?
No, I'll say this without like any modesty, false or not. Like, I'm pretty organized, and I think like sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it's like you need to find the people to sign up for this class. You need to explain what it's about. You need to get them in the same room together. You need to choose the music you're playing, and then sometimes, especially near the end of the semester, the rehearsals are really like my old band rehearsals in high school or something. Yeah. It's like. Oh, that didn't work. What should we do? And you just look at each other. What should we do? And someone's like, maybe I shouldn't play, or I should play this other thing instead, or maybe we should repeat this again, but do it this way instead. And at that point, you're just one voice in the room. Yeah. And the more I get to back up, I think in the concert you all saw, there were 12 pieces. I think I played on 4 or 5 of them, and I was in the house just enjoying listening to the rest of it.
Yeah. The thing that you said at that concert that was so cool, because that was my first experience. Well, my first Baroque concert. I'm sure I've had other exposures to Baroque music that I wasn't aware of, but like when Mike plays the harmonica. But
oh no, that's just broke.
Oh, well done. The thing that was really cool is you were talking about the fact that there are, with some of these pieces, there are just suggestions of music. Like it's not you're just prescriptive, just everything you have is on the sheet in front of you. It's the opposite. And the way that my wonderful band brings new songs, that when Chris or Mike or I come in and I've got a new song that I've written. There's a lot of space in there. Yeah. So it's like, here's the basic structure. Yeah. And then I love when Chris goes, okay, and I want you just to rock it at this point. I really want you to, or
and how you do it is up to you.
It's totally up to you. And it's a very free space, and I think that's where music lives.
Oh, that's creativity, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think people talk about creativity among musicians, and I'm down with that. I like that, and but sometimes I think okay, if I'm going to a rehearsal and playing what's on a page, doing what a conductor's telling me, and then leaving. Like, where was I did something beautiful maybe,
Sure.
and I created an experience for other people that was maybe like memorable for the rest of their life. It's great. It's wonderful. I'm not sure that's the most creative thing we do.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like building a house. I mean, a house can be beautiful, but it's really the function of the house.
So that's a really great metaphor, because I was just thinking about that, because I'm like, and you're asking, well, like when this happened, like in the 19th century or something. That's like, okay, I want this house built. And I have blueprints, I have architectural drawings, and I know exactly what this is going to be like. So I'm going to give this off to, okay, I have electricians, carpenters, I have all these people, and you also have a contractor who's kind of like the conductor, right? But with the music we do in this group, it's more like someone's handing you a hand-drawn picture of the house they kind of think they might want. Yeah. And all you can tell is like, so there are there's 2 stories, there are like 3 windows upstairs.
Yeah.
That's kind of all you get.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And suddenly you end up in a yurt in McGacky's.
I don't want someone improv on the electric. That's all I'm saying.
Well, but
plumbing.
that's also true. I mean, it's kind of frightening too, and some people don't want that kind of experience. And if you're if you're kind of the player who wants to sit down with a piece of music and be technically fantastic and do what you're doing, fantastic. If that's what you do.
There's a space for it. Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, so many of our students, not just at JMU, but anyone like majoring in music or being a grad student in music, most of those people have like played an instrument or done what they do since they can remember,
Right.
and in a really specific, regulated way. Like they might have started with Suzuki violin or piano lessons or whatever, and they've been told this is the way you do it, this is the way you do it, and hopefully they were given some freedom along the way to be creative. But sometimes they get to college, and sometimes you're the first person who says, I'm not going to tell you how to play that. You have a baseline. Do something cool on top of it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That's so cool.
Because some people
it can
have never
be scary,
been,
but
it's
can be
super
free.
scary.
Yeah.
It's super scary, and you also have to be willing for the finished product not to be as good.
Yeah.
I mean, not to sound perfect, not to sound as great, and that has to be worth the trade-off to you, and you need to make sure your students know that that's a risk.
That's
right.
That's the freedom to suck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a tough
How
one.
lucky are we that the Forbes Center got built?
Oh my God.
Oh man.
I mean, because you said you got here in 2003, so there was
no Forbes Center.
Yeah,
right.
and so we get the Forbes Center. All of a sudden, now we have like 5 concert halls, basically, or 4, something like that are just, and they're constantly
right here.
Yeah, they're right here.
The dance studios are over there too, as well, right?
Yeah, dance studios are there. I mean, my wife and I talk about that all the time. We lived in New York City for 12 years, and we see more shows at the Forbes Center than we ever did in New York City. Partly because we had no money in New York City.
But parking's a little easier too.
Yeah, parking's easy. Yeah,
I tell you, so my neighbor is Ingrid, and I love
descent.
we love Ingrid and Ben,
Ingrid.
and so she gets us tickets to go to stuff all the time, and I also feel so lucky to get to go.
Come on, hey Ingrid.
Yeah.
Where's our tickets at? Huh?
Sorry,
over here,
Mike,
please.
Mike and Christian. No tickets.
No tickets.
No tickets for you.
Are you watching her dog?
I'm not watching her dog.
I'm watching the dog. Okay.
Yeah.
My wife is watching your dog. I guess got to give me something.
Are all the students that were, are all the performers in your Baroque program traditional music students, or do you have people come from other places?
From all over the place. In fact,
Community members?
One of the people who played Baroque cello with us for actually 3 years she was fantastic, and she was actually in a gen ed class, like a music appreciation class with 200 people that I took, and she came up to me one day and she's like, oh, I play cello, and we were just got to talking, and she's like, yeah, I don't feel like I can put the time in to be like I can't do a music minor or anything. I'm like, hey, come. I don't even know how it came about, but she played Baroque cello. She had a really cool. She was actually one of the first players when we got a new Baroque cello. She had this great experience to be like the first player to play this fantastic instrument. And so I love when we have non-music majors and non-music grad students, because they're kind of not. Nothing against music majors. I love my music.
Hey.
But
I'm not. I wasn't.
but
Dave.
Oh, Dave was music. That's right.
But it's kind of harder to. They're on this path, right? And they think they know exactly where that path goes, and they don't want to be taken off that path. Sometimes, and so it's kind of harder to get them to do weird stuff.
Yeah. That was one of the coolest things about JMU when I went there, and it holds up today, maybe even more, is that I was an English major, education minor.
Yeah.
But I did more theater than friends of mine who were theater majors at like major universities. And they were like, you don't have to wait until you're like a senior to act in a play. I'm like, nope.
It might be not
for sure.
It might be a little bit more structured than that. Unfortunately, I think right in the theater department.
I think so today. I think it's a little
No,
different.
screw JMU.
Sorry, buddy.
I don't know. I mean, I think they've upped their game for the.
Of course.
I have another question. This is just a music question in general. Since I know that you're focused on the Baroque music, and that's what you're doing. But I meant, when you go see music, what are you going to go see? Who's on your list? I mean, do you you know what I mean? Like, are you kind of sticking to the classic stuff, or do you go see anybody? I mean,
Well, I'll tell you what I saw this year. Most recently, I just got back 2 weeks ago from Ariana Grande.
awesome.
Saw Ariana in Atlanta with my daughter, who had been wanting to see her for forever.
That's fantastic.
And actually,
That's a good dad,
And,
right?
Well, actually, though, so this is going to. So a lot of my work now isn't really Baroque anymore. It's like how we process sound as musicians. Like we don't need to go there, but basically, my last article is about an Ariana Grande song.
What song?
Hampstead. It's off her. Actually, she has a new album just out now, but it's on her second and most recent album. Like basically about how we hear nostalgia in music. Like what sonic cues make us hear something as nostalgic or not.
You brought it up, so I'm going to have to ask. When you're talking about processing sound, is that on a mechanical, physiological level, or is it more cultural?
So it's basically this entire branch of not just music but sound called sound studies. It's this like there are journals now. It's blown up over the past 10, 15 years or so, and I'm super into it. I teach classes in it, and it's all of the above. It's like philosophy, cognitive psychology, acoustics. Basically, and it's focusing a little bit more on, instead of sitting down and analyzing this symphony and saying, oh, these are the chord changes, this is the structure, instead asking, how are we hearing that? What's it doing to us, and why is it doing that?
Can I take this class, please?
Yeah, well, all right, folks, you heard it here first. Music is complicated.
It could be a vibration level, like
Absolutely.
This frequency is being emphasized in the movie theater to cause such and such an emotional.
Yeah, I mean,
effect.
we were just talking in a seminar I taught this summer about infrasound, or like sound, music that affects us that is outside the spectrum of human hearing, but it's like too low for us to hear, but it can absolutely affect
Make
us.
you feel something.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just we just had this fish conversation.
Oh, like the band?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And something that Mike Gordon, the bass player, does is they call it these bass bombs, in which he will do some just. The whole place will shake when he starts hitting these low notes, and they'll just keep getting.
And they wobble.
And it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's music you hear and there's music you feel.
Yeah. It's a total.
And then there's what we do.
Yeah.
You do awesome stuff.
I got one more question. Sorry.
Let
I know we're hitting time, but God.
Yeah.
Can I go back though?
Yeah. Go back.
So I went to Bonnaroo with one of my kids, and we saw a bunch of great bands there. We saw Baby No Money, second row. That was good.
All right.
So Canadian hip hop fans.
Are you wearing
nice.
Are you wearing ear protection for a show?
I
like
was
that?
wearing massive.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
good.
absolutely.
What year Bonnaroo did you go to this year?
Just this year, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then my wife just got me tickets to Weezer in October.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
So yeah, I mean, that's again, I grew up like I grew up listening to that stuff, and I kind of fell into the classical thing. And I don't even believe in the whole classical versus non-classical thing, but it's just all the fact that it's really old by dead people doesn't make it. Like
There's a lot of dead people.
There are a lot of dead people.
There's a lot.
Yeah, Weezer will be dead one day.
They will be. That's right.
And it doesn't, make them.
Tom Petty's dead.
Okay,
One more question.
No,
from
all
Chris.
right.
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
But
You've got one more.
I know he's got one. What's your favorite Beatle?
Oh no!
Whoa.
So this is going to be a hot take.
Pete Best.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Actually,
No, I want a hot take.
Oh,
This is
here we
good.
go.
As
Here we
a
go.
music
I have
fan.
massive respect for the Beatles. I've never been a big fan.
Whoa, interesting. I like how you said
Wow.
it.
Yeah, massive respect.
Never been a
Like
big
you
fan.
cannot deny the importance, but like
Yeah,
I
sure.
Okay.
I grew up with like Pink Floyd was my band. Like
Sure.
every
You know,
word of
David
every
Gilmour
album.
really wanted to play for the Beatles. I'm actually not kidding.
right.
He said, "I wish I could have played for the
Are you
Beatles."
serious? I didn't
I'm
know that.
100% serious. It's a
Well,
great. There's a
Dave-
great interview
Hey,
with him.
All right, well then my answer is David Gilmour.
My favorite Beatle.
Yeah, my favorite
really
Beatle is David Gilmour. Yeah.
I wish I
Great
could.
answer.
Yeah.
And are you playing in any bands now as far as like
I'm not.
for fun?
No, I mean I have guitars. I play a little
Yeah.
banjo at home, and I play bass, but it's really just for myself. Yeah,
What style banjo do you play? Clawhammer?
Clawhammer.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're trying to get him into the Disappointments, and I'll go into that band later on.
Okay,
At
gotcha.
another.
Have you ever? There's
Ooh, hang tight for that.
Ryan is a
there's a
percussionist.
I play a shaker.
fretless clawhammer style banjo sounds really awesome.
Yeah, I wish I had one. Those are great.
No, I have another question. Because I also love Pink Floyd.
Okay.
Oh,
What's your favorite Pink Floyd album?
That's hard. So the first CD I ever bought was Pink Floyd's Metal,
Sure.
which is like I think
Yeah.
one of the best, definitely.
100%.
It's hard to argue against Dark Side of the Moon, but
sure, yeah.
I feel like that's the
go-to.
That's the stock answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Metal and Wish You Were Here are the ones that kind of blew me away the most when I first heard them.
Yeah.
So, Wish You Were Here holds a special place in my heart. Not for that song, but because of that just amazing, 7-part or 5-part introduction, Shine On You Crazy
Oh, yeah.
Diamond.
Oh, my God.
And it just is, it's beautiful.
Yeah, 4 notes
It's-
on the guitar.
It's magic.
Yeah.
And I love, if you listen to that album from the beginning to the end, I had it on CD and we were driving somewhere and the CD when it ended, it just started back in the beginning. I had no idea that the CD had ended.
moved
And
Yeah,
I just listened to it like 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
It's that kind of album.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Floyd fan.
Oh,
for
good.
sure.
So a fun thing
I'm
about
on
John is he's been the set director for the Harrisonburg High School musical
No,
for
really?
years or so, and
With
one
Ken,
of the
Ken Gibson.
Yeah.
with
Oh,
Ken
nice.
Gibson,
No
yeah.
relation, but
No,
good friend.
yeah.
Cool.
But
Double Gibson.
one of the joys of that, is that he gets to kind of have his phone on, playing the music.
Cool.
No one
So
messes
I've
with
been
the
exposed to a
playlist.
lot, but a couple
Nice.
times someone else has gotten a hold of it, and I'm working, on a door with him, and he's hearing this music, and he's like, "This is horrible music. We got to switch."
There's a lot of Pixies on that. Another favorite.
Are you talking about building the sets?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
So that's a
Music to build sets by.
Watch your fingers.
No, I just
Sounds like a Talking Heads album.
I just email people again. Organization. I just know who's emailed. People like Ryan. People. Yeah.
Bring your hammer and come
You're
on.
really
over.
good at guilting people into doing
They're
things.
exactly.
We don't have any Baroques here this evening. What are we gonna do?
Okay, I got one
cry a
more
lot.
question
I cry a
too.
lot.
One more question.
Because mine was the instruments themselves. Where are they coming from? Who makes them? Who buys them?
Singapore.
No.
Right?
All over the place.
All over
there-
the place.
Yeah, they're all handmade. They're
Yeah,
all purpose
right.
made. So when we
Is there some person who's
there are
this is
people who
what
make,
I do?
There are people who make Baroque violins,
Yeah.
cellos, Baroque guitars. The
This
Baroque,
is a whole community I know nothing about.
the Baroque guitar.
Yeah.
We get a 10-string Baroque guitar. We just got.
Looks so
10 strings. I've only got I do have 10 fingers.
But
You're
it's
right.
that
makes sense.
It's actually in 5 courses. It's just like playing a guitar without the low E,
Oh,
which makes it pretty easy.
okay. Yeah.
And that's made by
John.
no. Dan Larson, a guy named Dan. I mean,
Larson.
it's just these people do this thing.
That's just what they
for a
do.
living.
Luthiers and
Yeah,
things.
luthiers, yeah.
What happened day of the show?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have 20 seconds?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So that Baroque
19,
guitar we had.
18,
Yeah, thank you. We had just gotten this instrument. Like we'd been wanting this instrument for like 5 years, and we got it. It was like on our we had 2 people playing this instrument, and we were so excited. We put it on like every song on the program. It was like, we've got to have this.
Yeah.
And the morning of the show, one of our guitarists brought the guitar to me in 2 pieces.
Oh no.
The head. I mean the head,
head,
not the neck.
yeah.
The head had snapped off. And the thing is, like, I know how to work
What did
with
he do?
wood glue and all this stuff, but it all needs some time. And
Yeah.
our concert was that night. So I didn't know anything about, like, I went to Ace Hardware and I'm like, do you need, like, what kind of glue is gonna set you up? And so I used,
And they were like, "Oh yeah, Baroque, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got that here in
did
aisle
not-
9."
13.
I did not say what I was using it for. I've got 2 pieces,
Yeah.
a lot of tension, and I need it like in 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you couldn't use normal glue. So I used cyanoacrylate glue, CA glue, which I
Okay.
never used before.
Yeah.
Which is like
Some Gorilla Tape.
it's like super glue, but on and when I tuned it up like through the whole concert, and the guy Yelin, the student who was playing that mainly, he was like kind of backing up. Yeah, playing it.
Yeah.
'Cause 10 strings is a lot to break.
Oh,
through.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the strings, are you buying regular strings at a
They're gut strings.
Okay, they're
so
gut
they're
strings.
so they're actual sheep.
Yeah.
gut. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, actual gut.
Actual gut. Yeah.
Actual.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ace
And
is the place
JMU
to
pays
fix
for all
your
this.
Baroque guitar.
Actually, there is yes, they do. We have a little bit of a budget to
Cool.
handle strings. It's actually not crazy.
Yeah.
The instruments, we wait a few years when we need one, and every once in a while one will come through. So yeah, they're good about that. Strings they're more than regular strings, but it's not like $800 a string.
Yeah, just kill a goat. It's fine.
Exactly. You can do it yourself.
Yeah, no big deal.
The Mennonites will do that.
If you have a sheep in the back, you can.
Yeah.
All right. Well, John, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Hey,
This
has
was
been a
awesome.
blast.
Oh yeah, it's so informative.
Does Madison
Yeah.
Baroque
learned
have a performance calendar?
Every spring.
Every
Every
spring.
spring.
No,
Okay.
nobody. It's all improvised. Nobody knows when it's going to be.
And
Okay.
maybe you can share with me some link that I can
I
share
can
with
do
the
that.
public.
I can do
Exactly.
that.
That's what I was
I
driving.
will do
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome talking.
So people
Yeah,
can
very
connect
cool.
with it because it is very cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for
It's been
coming.
super fun.
Oh, good.
I was worried. Like I don't
I'm worried. I'm worried every single Tuesday.
Well, we have. I want to give a shout out to Tony, the painter, who's on vacation right now.
Oh, really?
And
Vacation?
he said,
Huh.
I'm going to be down in North Carolina, but I'm tuning in on
You
Wednesday.
think,
Aw,
you think
hey,
he made
Tony.
it through this whole episode?
Oh yeah. Oh
Come on,
yeah.
Tony.
No.
You
I'm-
can do this.
I'm here.
Okay.
He's good. He says, yeah, he's in it.
Oh, okay.
How about you? They know Tony at Ace Hardware.
No, probably at Sherman Williams.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ace Hardware for fixing the Baroque guitar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Knowing where to go on aisle 9.
Oh, I want. You know what? Before we get out of here, let's
Yeah.
give a little bit of love to HDR.
Yes.
They had us.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Oh,
Host-
that's right. Yeah.
Host
yeah.
their big Friendly City Fortune. It's super
hey.
fun. They raised over $400,000.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Which is amazing,
Yeah.
and all that money goes to cool things here in downtown Harrisonburg. So,
And it was a super fun event that we got to host.
So cool.
Every 5 minutes, they give a new ticket number to for the winners.
yeah, we gave away like 3 cars.
Yeah, it
was
it's
really fun.
Pretty wild.
Wow.
I knew I couldn't have
But it
gone
was
to
a good
Cape Town.
time, and they're a great group.
Yeah.
And
Thank you,
hopefully
HDR.
we'll get some of those guys on here too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Ruby's Arcade in scenic downtown Harrisonburg, and Restless Moons
Yeah.
over on Wolf Street. 2 locations on Wolf Street coming up soon.
Mm-hmm.
You can join us at 7:30 every Tuesday night, live and in person for Bingo is Life.
Be loud.
Be loud or be gone.
Get out.
You can listen to the podcast anytime you want to on whatever streaming service you choose. Go back and check out some of the old ones. We have some
Right.
varying degrees of ones.
Grayson Pritchard recorded a new commercial in front of his episodes.
Oh, yeah.
So check that
Yeah.
out.
Sounds
Great,
good.
appreciate all the other ones. Thanks again, John Gibson, for being down there. Brian,
Hey.
well, I got it right. Holy smokes.
Totally.
Thanks again. It was a great show, and we'll see you next week, kids.
Bye.
See ya.
Bingo is Life, a post-bingo Harrisonburg podcast, is brought to you by the Brothers Howdeshell and our friends at Ruby's Arcade in downtown Harrisonburg, Virginia. If you've enjoyed the show and feel it's worth spreading a little joy in this world, please tell just one person that you like this podcast. Word of mouth, more than any other form of promotion, is how creative works get noticed and sustain themselves. Thank you, Andrew Hickey, for that bit of wisdom, and thank you, listeners, for being part of the fun.